according to the environment. They adjust and adapt. That's why if someone has a bacterial infection and they keep taking antibiotics, some of the bacteria will be killed, but some of the bacteria adapts and adjusts. There's your superbugs. The question should be asked, where's my resident why? Why is the bacteria there? Why are the yeast and fungus there?
You may have infections that are weakening your immune system, making it harder to recover and leading to chronic health issues. But infections aren't that common though. But high blood sugar and cholesterol? These increase the risk of heart disease, stroke, and long-term organ damage.
And if someone has a heart attack, that's the first thing they're put on, is cholesterol-lowering medication. What are the side effects of cholesterol-lowering medication, and what does it do? It blocks the pathway in the liver that the liver uses to make cholesterol. That's how it lowers it. But that same pathway that the liver uses to make its own cholesterol, it also uses to make coenzyme Q10. And coenzyme Q10 is the heart protective enzyme. So when someone's on cholesterol-lowering medication, they're losing their heart protective enzyme. That doesn't make any sense at all.
And they are so common that either you or your dear ones definitely have them. Now, what if I tell you there's a single oil that could help combat infections, manage high cholesterol, stabilize blood sugar, and so much more, all without synthetic drugs? I'm talking about black seed oil. For centuries, it has been a cornerstone of natural healing, yet its immense power remains a well-kept secret. Why is this ancient remedy so overlooked, and what makes it a threat to Big Pharma's profits? Stay tuned as renowned health educator Barbara O'Neill unveils the science-backed truths about black seed oil. Discover how this natural powerhouse could revolutionize your health and unlock vitality like never before. Some people have called black seed oil the seed of blessing for thousands of years. This isn't some trendy new thing. It's been around forever. Black seed oil was so precious back in the day that the ancient Egyptians buried it with King Tutankhamun. Yep, they thought it was valuable enough to take to the afterlife. People in the Middle East and Africa used it for everything, from tummy troubles to healing wounds. They believed it could pretty much fix anything, and it seems like they were onto something. Fast forward to today, and Barbara O'Neill, a well-known natural health expert, still sings its praises. You know, stuff like inflammation, a sluggish immune system, or even conditions like diabetes. Scientists have been digging into what makes black seed oil so special. It turns out it's packed with something called thymoquinone. Now, that might sound complicated, but think of it as a fighter component that helps calm inflammation in your body and clears out harmful stuff that can make you sick. For example, people with arthritis or heart problems have seen improvement because this oil helps lower the markers of inflammation that cause all the trouble. Plus, it's great for your immune system too. In one study, researchers found that black seed oil helped the body fight off nasty bacteria, even MRSA, which is one of those super tough bugs that antibiotics struggle to kill. And if you know anyone with asthma or allergies, they might love this stuff because it's been known to help people breathe easier. Black seed oil doesn't stop there. It's even shown promise for people with diabetes. Some studies found that people who used it had better blood sugar control. But I know you will get confused if I keep talking about it like this. So, let's check out for what problems you can use this one by one. Black seed oil is made from the seeds of a plant called Nigella sativa. Thymoquinone is its special component. This stuff can take on bacteria, fungi, and even viruses. We're talking about some nasty stuff here, like MRSA, a bacteria that laughs in the face of antibiotics. Hospitals freak out about MRSA because it's so hard to kill. But black seed oil? It's been shown to mess with MRSA's molecular structure. Then there's Candida, a type of yeast that can cause infections in places you really don't want them, like your mouth, gut, or skin. Black seed oil doesn't back down. It takes care of business there too.
If someone has a yeast presence in their body, how would they know they had a yeast presence? Well, some of the most common symptoms are sinus problems, rashes, eczemas, psoriasis, but the tongue should be pink from the tip to the back. If someone has a yeast presence and they're eating a high fruit diet, the sugar in the fruit will feed the yeast. It's not fussy. It'll take any form of sweetener. And as it feeds on the sugar in the fruit, it gives off acetic acid. It gives off lactic acid. It gives off uric acid. And it gives off alcohol. So you can see by this that yeast feathers its nest. What do I mean by that? Well, yeast thrives pH of 5.5. This is where fungus or yeast thrives. This is also where cancer thrives. And there's a lot of research today linking cancer and fungus together. You just Google it, put cancer fungus in together, and you get a whole lot of information.
Scientists have done a bunch of studies on this. In one, they found black seed oil could knock down a whole bunch of bacteria, including the ones that usually don't respond to medicine. You see, while even modern antibiotics are losing their punch, this ancient oil is still holding its ground. So, how do you use it? Let's say you've got a skin infection. You can mix a little black seed oil with coconut oil and rub it on the spot. It's gentle but tough on the germs. If you're feeling sick or just want to stay healthy, you can take a tiny spoonful of the oil. Some people mix it into tea or honey to make it go down easier. If you are an avid viewer of our health videos, you might be pretty knowledgeable about cholesterol already. Still, let me give you a head start for everyone.
Do you know that 40 years ago, a cholesterol level of 300 was perfectly normal? Have we changed? We haven't changed at all. We've still got the same body. How do I know this? We had a nutritionist do our program and she's 69. She said, I've got the advantage of being in university 40 years ago. She said 40 years ago, 300 was perfectly normal. Is it perfectly normal today? We're told it's not, but it is. So if someone says to me, Barbara, my cholesterol's 290, I say, great. That's really good. The Framingham Heart Study, you've heard of it? It was a little town in the US, Framingham. It's been going for about 30 years. Probably about 40,000 people have been on the study. Some die, more come on. It was set up to prove that cholesterol causes heart disease, but it hasn't.
Our bodies have this thing called cholesterol. Some of it, like HDL, think of it as the cleaner, is good because it clears out extra cholesterol and keeps your blood vessels healthy. But then there's LDL, the bad guy. It clogs up your arteries and can lead to nasty stuff like heart attacks. And don't forget triglycerides, another type of fat in your blood that's trouble if they're too high. This is where black seed oil steps in like a pro. The same thimaquinone element does all sorts of good stuff. It calms inflammation, fights off harmful molecules that can damage your cells, and even helps your liver break down fats better. All of this means it lowers the bad LDL and those triglycerides while giving your good HDL levels a nice boost. In one study, people who used black seed oil every day for just 8 weeks saw their LDL drop big time and their HDL go up. Another study showed triglycerides going down by 22%. That's a huge deal because lowering those levels can be tough, even with strict diets. And the best part? Adding black seed oil to your life is easy. You can take it as capsules, super convenient, or drizzle a little over your food, like salads or soups. A teaspoon a day is all it takes. So the next time you're thinking about ways to keep your heart healthy, remember this tiny black seed that's been working wonders for centuries. Diabetes is one of the most common problems in every household in the world. Everybody who crosses 35 or 40 now lives in fear of getting diabetes. But black seed oil can do wonders for managing blood sugar, especially for people who have diabetes or are worried they might develop it. Here's how it works. Your body needs insulin to handle sugar properly, but sometimes it doesn't listen to insulin as well as it should. That's called insulin resistance, and it's like a traffic jam for sugar in your blood. Black seed oil? It's like clearing up the jam and getting things flowing smoothly again. Scientists have actually tested this, and the results are kind of mind-blowing. In one study, people who used black seed oil saw their fasting blood sugar, the amount of sugar in your blood when you haven't eaten for a while, drop a lot, like we're talking nearly 25% in some cases. And it gets better. It also helps with something called HbA1c, which is like a report card for how your blood sugar has been behaving over the past few months. Lower HbA1c means you're doing great, and black seed oil has been shown to help bring it down. In addition to that, black seed oil also soothes inflammation in your pancreas, the little organ that makes insulin in the first place. If you really want to see results, try using black seed oil along with foods that are easier on your blood sugar, like veggies, whole grains, and lean proteins. Together, they can help keep your sugar levels steady, making you feel better all around. It's simple, natural, and surprisingly effective. Now, imagine you're having a tough time breathing, maybe because of asthma or allergies. Your chest feels tight, and it's hard to catch your breath. Dr. O'Neill shared an interesting take on it. But black seed oil again helps calm down the inflammation in your lungs and opens up your airways, making it easier to breathe. It's like a little helper that soothes the swelling inside your chest and makes sure the air can flow more freely. There's real science behind this. Studies have shown that black seed oil can actually improve lung function, especially in people with asthma. In one study, people with asthma who used this oil found it much easier to breathe, and their symptoms got better. It's also been proven to help people with bronchitis, reducing coughing and making it easier to get air in and out of the lungs. And it's not just for those with serious lung conditions. People with seasonal allergies too have felt relief. When allergens like pollen trigger sneezing and runny noses, black seed oil can calm that down by calming the body's overactive response. So how can you use it? Well, you can take black seed oil by mouth, just a teaspoon a day, and it starts working from the inside out to ease inflammation and make breathing easier. Another way is to inhale it through steam therapy. Basically, you add a few drops of the oil to hot water, breathe in the steam, and let it do its magic in your lungs. It's like giving your airways a little spa treatment. If you suffer from breathing issues, black seed oil could be a natural way to help you breathe easier and feel better. Don't think black seed oil is only packed with thymoquinone. Apart from that, it also has powerful antioxidants. Think of antioxidants like bodyguards that protect your cells from free radicals, which cause a lot of damage to your cells.
I acknowledge that the black seed oil is incredibly high in antioxidants. Anything dark is, like your dark berries, your dark legumes, your beetroot. So the darker the colour, the higher the antioxidant. So definitely the black seed oil can give a little boost because of its high antioxidant and also high in antibacterial properties. There's no doubt about that.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
When free radicals start causing trouble, it's like your body is under attack, leading to things like heart disease or even cancer. But black seed oil swoops in and stops them, helping your body stay healthy and strong. Now, if you're thinking about trying it, the best way to start is with just 1 teaspoon a day. After a few days, if you feel good and want to get more out of it, you can increase it to 2 teaspoons a day. And if you're not a fan of the taste because it's a bit strong, no worries. You can get black seed oil in capsules, which is super convenient. But here's the thing, not all black seed oil is created equal. If you want to make sure you're getting the best of the best, go for organic, cold-pressed black seed oil. The cold pressing part is important because it keeps all the good stuff in there without destroying it with heat. Trust me, you want all those nutrients working their magic. Research shows that black seed oil can do wonders, from reducing inflammation to supporting your immune system. It's even been shown to help lower blood sugar levels in people with type 2 diabetes, which is pretty amazing. But before you start using it, there are a couple of things to keep in mind. If you're pregnant, breastfeeding, or taking certain medications, it's a smart idea to check with your doctor first. Black seed oil can interact with some medications, so it's always better to be safe. So if you choose the right product, start slow, and listen to your body, black seed oil can become a game changer for your health. It's like a little helper that's been around for centuries, ready to support your body in all sorts of ways. Researchers already have made a lot of studies on black seed oil's capabilities, and all of them showed that it's pretty effective. For example, one study found that black seed oil can actually help your body fight infections. People who were sick took the oil, and their bodies seemed to do a better job at kicking out the infection. Another study showed that it can lower cholesterol. Now, high cholesterol is a big deal because it can lead to heart problems. But when people took black seed oil, their cholesterol levels dropped by as much as 10–15%. Pretty cool, right? And if you have high blood sugar, like in diabetes, black seed oil can help with that too. People who took it in one study had lower blood sugar levels compared to those who didn't. But here's the thing. Even though black seed oil can do all this, you don't see big drug companies jumping on the bandwagon to promote it. Why? Well, it's simple. Black seed oil is cheap and easy to get. Pharmaceutical companies can't make huge profits from something that's natural and doesn't need to be made in a lab. They prefer to focus on synthetic drugs, the ones that they can patent and sell for a lot of money. In fact, most big drug companies don't even bother looking into natural remedies because there's no big money to be made. It's a bit shocking, right? But that's just how the business works. Still, people are starting to realize the power of natural options like black seed oil, and more are turning to it for their health. A lot of people have been sharing how it's worked wonders for them, taking Dr. Barbara O'Neill's advice, like, take this woman who'd been battling asthma for years. She started taking black seed oil daily, and after a while, she noticed her breathing was way easier. Her symptoms dropped, and she didn't have to rely on her inhaler as much anymore. There was another woman in her 50s who had been struggling with chronic bronchitis for years. She was constantly dealing with colds and chest infections, which really took a toll on her. But after hearing Dr. O'Neill talk about the benefits of black seed oil, she decided to give it a shot. She started taking it daily and also applied it to her chest. A few months down the line, she noticed something amazing. She wasn't getting sick as often, and when she did catch a cold, it wasn't as bad. Her breathing was clearer, and her chest felt less congested. It was like a whole new lease on life for her. Then, there was this guy in his early 40s who had been dealing with eczema for years. It was one of those skin conditions that would flare up and cause a lot of discomfort, especially when stress kicked in. He'd tried a lot of different things, but nothing really worked long-term. After listening to Dr. O'Neill talk about how black seed oil could help with skin issues, he figured he'd give it a try. He started applying it directly to the affected areas, and also took it internally. Over time, he couldn't believe the change. His skin felt smoother, and the constant itching and inflammation were finally under control. The eczema flares became less frequent, and he was much more comfortable in his own skin. Another story comes from a woman who had been battling rheumatoid arthritis. This had caused her joints to ache and feel stiff for years, making it difficult to do everyday tasks like cooking or even just getting out of bed. She decided to try the black seed oil after hearing Dr. O'Neill talk about its anti-inflammatory properties. She started massaging it into her painful joints and taking it daily. Before she knew it, her pain started to ease up. She could move around with less stiffness and even started walking more, something she hadn't been able to do for a long time. It was like a weight had been lifted off her shoulders, literally. Finally, there was a woman in her 40s who had been trying to lose weight. She'd been struggling with her metabolism for years, and no matter what she did, the weight just wouldn't come off. She decided to follow Dr. O'Neill's advice on using black seed oil, along with a healthier diet and some regular exercise. She started taking it every morning, and little by little, the weight started to come off. She also noticed that her energy levels were up, and she wasn't craving unhealthy snacks as much. It felt like her metabolism was finally working the way it should. These stories are just a few of the many people who have used black seed oil as part of their health journey, following Dr. O'Neill's holistic approach. And time again, they've shared how it's helped them feel better, whether it's improving their immune system, healing their skin, reducing pain, or boosting their metabolism. It's amazing how something so simple can have such a big impact on health. Barbara O'Neill has been recommending black seed oil to her clients for years. She's seen it work wonders in her own practice. A lot of her clients who dealt with stuff like high blood pressure, diabetes, or even digestive issues noticed big improvements once they added the oil to their daily routine. With all these success stories and science to back it up, it's no wonder black seed oil is becoming such a popular health go-to. Black seed oil isn't just a natural remedy. It's a powerful ally for your health. From fighting infections to lowering cholesterol, it's no wonder it's been called the miracle oil. Have you tried black seed oil? Share your experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more health tips and discoveries from Barbara O'Neill. See you soon!